All right, guys, here's our first practice problem we're going to work through on standard deviation and variance. If you see this here, it is find what is the population standard deviation for these numbers: 75, 83, 96, 100, 121, and 125. So let's go ahead and start. What we do to start trying to find that standard deviation is finding the mean of the numbers in our data set. So we're going to say 75 plus 83 plus 96 plus 100 plus 121 plus 125 is equal to what? Well, when we add those all up, we actually get a total of 600. All right, so that's the sum of the data values, 600. Now that we know that, we can find the average or the mean by dividing by the number of numbers in our data set. The number of numbers in the data set are 6. So we're doing 600 divided by 6. What is that? That is equal to 100. So our mean for this data set is 100. Now that we know the mean, we can take each individual data value and subtract from it that mean of 100. So we're going to go ahead and start with 75. We have 75 minus 100, which is equal to negative 25. Then we go to the next one. The next one, it was actually 83 minus 100. 83 minus 100 is negative 17. And then we will have 96 minus 100, which is negative 4. The next number in our data set was 100, so we take 100 minus 100, which is 0. And then we have 121 minus 100, which is positive 21. And then finally 125 minus 100, which is positive 25. So there are the differences with all of our data values minus the mean, which is 100. And we're going to take each one of those differences and square them. So the next thing we'll do is square our differences. The first one we need to square is negative 25. Okay, so let's go ahead and put parentheses around that. Parentheses, oops, negative 25 and a parentheses, and we're going to square it. Add to that, because we're going to find the average of these squared differences. So we're going to add to that the negative 17 squared. So negative 17 squared, and then add to that negative 4, right? Negative 4 squared, and then add to that, oops, no. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh no, it went away. That's not good at all. Oh, great. Okay, new step. Come on. Okay, we are going to say, well, let's just say, instead, to cut some time off of this, negative 25 times negative 25 is actually positive 625. Okay, so positive 625 is the first of our square differences. Negative 17 times negative 17, or negative 17 squared, gives us positive 289. Then we have a negative 4 squared, that's going to become positive 16. 0 squared is 0. Then we have 21. 21 squared is actually 441. And the last one, 25 squared, is, again, 625. All right, there are all of our differences squared, and we're adding those together. And then once we find the sum of those, then we're going to divide all of them by the number of numbers in our population, which is 6. Okay, now we have that. Let's go ahead and find the sum of those numbers. When you add all of those together, what you actually end up with is a total sum of, 1,996. So we end up with 1,996 divided by 6, and that gives us approximately 332.67. Oops, so 0.67. So your variance for this problem is 332.67. Okay, and then we're going to do, now that we know that's the variance, we need to take the square root of that variance to find our standard deviation. So it's going to be the square root of 332.67. Okay, oops. And what do we get when we do that? Well, we get something close to, I think it's like 18.24 or something, but 18.2 is going to be the closest we get to the answer there. So let's go ahead, go in here. We're going to draw color. It would be this one right here. 18.2 is your answer.